Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into an idea that is so simple, but honestly, so powerful when it comes to child development. We're going to see how just a small shift in the words we use, moving from talking about limits to focusing on strengths, can change pretty much everything.
So let's just jump right in with a pretty big question, one that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. For way too long, whenever we talk about a child who's facing challenges, the conversation almost always lands on what they can't do. Right? We talk about diagnoses, limitations, what's missing. But what if we've been looking at this from the wrong angle entirely? What if it's time to flip that script?
And this right here, this shows you exactly what I'm talking about. We're moving from that old view, the one that's all about deficits and what a diagnosis says, to a new view, one that encourages us to see the whole amazing kid and to really zero in on their strengths. It's a huge, and I mean huge, shift in perspective.
So, you might be wondering, where did this all start? Well, it kicked off back in 2011. A couple of researchers, Dr. Rosenbaum and Dr. Gorter, they published this really bold paper. In it, they proposed a totally different way of talking about a child's abilities. And from that one little idea, a whole global movement has started to grow.
Now, the core of their big idea, it all boils down to 6 key concepts. 6 simple words that have become the pillars for this whole new way of thinking. So let's get to it. What are these famous F words?
All right, here they are, all 6 of them together. Function, family, fitness, fun, friends, and future. Let's break these down one by one because when you put them all together, wow, they create this incredible framework for really understanding a child's development.
First up, we've got function. And this is a big one. It's all about focusing on what a child actually does, their participation in activities that really matter to them. It totally shifts the focus away from how they're doing something to the simple, powerful fact that they are doing it. And that, of course, ties right into the second F, family, which recognizes that the family is the absolute center of a child's world.
Next up is fitness. Now, this isn't just about physical activity. It's a much bigger idea that sees mental well-being and physical health as 2 sides of the same coin. They're completely connected. And you know what else is connected to well-being? The 4th F, fun. This framework sees joy and play and a kid's passions not as some optional extra, but as an absolutely essential, non-negotiable part of how they learn and grow.
And finally, let's look at the future. This one pushes all of us to think beyond just today. It's about focusing on a child's dreams, their goals, their aspirations. It gives everyone a sense of hope and a direction to move in. And that future is built with a lot of help from the 5th F, friends. Having those meaningful social connections, that feeling of belonging, it's just so vital for developing who you are. Okay, so we've got our 6 words, but here's the most important part. This isn't just some abstract theory for researchers, not at all. This is a practical tool that has a real, concrete impact on the lives of families and the work of professionals every single day.
I mean, just listen to what this parent has to say. You can just feel the difference it makes, right? This framework literally gives power back to families. It lets them talk about their child for who they really are, with all their unique strengths and personality, far beyond some simple label or diagnosis.
And it's not a one-way street. It's a total game changer for professionals too. This quote from a clinician says it all. This approach completely flips the dynamic. It pushes for real collaboration that's built on everyone's strengths. The crucial thing is, it creates a true partnership.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds really nice, but is it legit? And the answer is a huge yes. What gives this approach so much weight is that it's firmly rooted in serious international science. These 6 words are basically a user-friendly translation of the World Health Organization's massive international classification of functioning, disability, and health. It's a way of making a global, evidence-based standard usable for everyone.
So who's this for? Well, while it definitely has its roots in the world of childhood disability, its application is so much broader than that. Whether you're a parent, a caregiver, an educator, this is a tool for pretty much everyone. It's a lens for understanding and supporting development for all children at any age. So we'll end with this question, which I think really sums up the whole spirit of the F words. By simply changing our language, by making a conscious choice to focus on potential, on abilities, and on joy, can we not only change a child's world, but maybe, just maybe, transform our own too?